It was a violent Saturday here in the district. 3 people, including 2 teens, were shot and killed in 3 separate incidents. We have the latest on each of those deadly shootings coming up. There are reports that the commander-in-chief wants the new Commander Stadium named after him. We'll have a live report with more details from the site where the new stadium will be built in just a few minutes. Keeping our eyes in the skies, we have the latest data on how many flights have been delayed or canceled at each of our area's major airports.
And a strong cold front to move through tonight, and already seeing a couple of storms pop up. We'll show you the latest and give you the latest for temperatures as well. That's all coming up.
What's the best way for you to save money when shopping at your grocery store? We have the answer coming up on our grocery price check.
You're watching the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
Good evening and thank you for joining us for DC News Now at 6. I'm Kevon Dupree. Ben Dennis has the night off. A string of deadly shootings happened yesterday across the district that left 2 teens and a woman dead. The first shooting took place minutes before 3 p.m. Saturday on C Street Southeast. Police say they found a 17-year-old who had been shot in his upper body. He was rushed to the hospital where he died from his injuries. A few hours later, just before 7 p.m., officers found another teen who had been shot. This happened on Newtown Place near the Columbia Heights Metro Station. The teen was found inside a home with a gunshot wound to his upper body. He died there, and officers say they did recover a gun at that scene. Less than 2 hours later, a woman was found suffering from multiple gunshot wounds on 14th Place Southeast. She died at that scene. Police have not released any names of the victims and have not said whether the 3 deadly shootings are connected. According to DC Police's crime statistics, violent crime remains down compared to last year. The most recent update shows that homicides are down 29% and assaults with deadly weapons are down 12%. In Montgomery County, a woman was killed and a man was hurt after a rollover crash this afternoon. First responders say the single vehicle crash happened around 1:30 near the intersection of Old Columbia Pike and Musgrove Road. The woman who was driving died at the scene. The man who was in the passenger seat was taken to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. Investigators are looking into the cause of the crash. All right, and now it's the time to get check of your forecast, and for that we welcome in meteorologist Scott Sumner. Scott, how was it looking out there?
Well, weather changes instantaneously, and within the hour we actually have a couple of thunderstorms out there below severe limits, thankfully, at this point in time. But you can see one of them down towards Belvedere Beach, gales over towards the Doncaster region, and that's moving from parts of Northern Virginia across the Chesapeake and across the Potomac and over and towards southern Maryland here. There's some lightning associated with it, but also some hail being reported. 70% chance of hail and 60% chance of seeing severe hail within that. This will affect La Plata here at 6:24. We move from this area, and by the way, there is a marine warning that goes in effect till 6:45. Now, moving a little further to the north here, we have a storm again. This is in Frederick and moving over towards northern Montgomery County and then into Carroll County here. This also is going to be impacting places a little bit further, and as well as Howard County. You can see there's some lightning associated with that. And here, notice just within the last hour, there's also some hail associated with it. I've circled it there in both locations where both storms are being reported. All right, there is a future tracker. Those storms will be moving out of here in the next 2 hours. And I'll be back with the colder temperatures coming in behind this front in just a bit. Kevon?
All right, Scott, thank you very much. New tonight, Manassas City Public Schools are closed tomorrow due to a cybersecurity incident. Officials at MCPS made a social media post on the closure around 4:30 p.m. The campuses are not in any danger, but they are experiencing connectivity disruptions and phone outages across the district. Because of the connection issues, and schools will be closed tomorrow, and because Tuesday is Veterans Day, the city plans to reopen schools on Wednesday. The Washington Commanders are currently hosting the Detroit Lions at Northwest Stadium. It will remain their home for a few more years before the team moves back to the district in a brand new stadium. We know what it will look like, but what will it be called? DC News Now's Dave Laval joins us from RFK Stadium, where the new stadium will be constructed. Dave, one suggestion has a lot of people talking this weekend. Hey, Dave.
Hey, Kevon. Yeah, it certainly has plenty of people talking, not just here in the DMV, but around the country. Here's why. President Trump has made a career out of having his name on things such as hotels, golf courses, including the Trump National Golf Club in Potomac Falls, which he owns. And soon his name could appear on what will replace historic RFK Stadium. ESPN reported Saturday the president wants his name on the new $3.7 billion stadium. He may discuss it with team owners as he arrived just a short time ago for tonight's game with the Detroit Lions at Northwest Stadium. President Joe Biden approved a bill last year to transfer the land, which included the old stadium, to the district. President Trump threatened to hold up the deal unless Commanders switched back to their original name, the Redskins. That didn't happen. Most fans we spoke to earlier today at the game don't support that plan. Meanwhile, White House Press Secretary Carolyn Leavitt released a statement to DC News Now regarding the proposed stadium name and said, quote, "That would surely be a beautiful name, as it was President Trump who made rebuilding of the new stadium possible." The Associated Press reports both the Commanders and the office of D.C. Mayor Muriel Bowser declined to comment. We're live in Northeast. Dave Laval, D.C. News Now.
All right, Dave, thank you very much. Certainly some interesting developments there. Speaking of the Commanders, right now the Washington Commanders are facing off once again against the Detroit Lions. The Lions are currently beating the Commanders 25-10. Coming up at 6:30, we'll take another look at the score with our DC News Now sports team. The government shutdown continues now into its 40th day. Senators stayed in D.C. for a weekend session trying to find a solution to the funding fight. The FAA's air traffic reduction due to the shutdown continues to cause disruption for many passengers across the country. Many U.S. airlines canceled more than 2,500 flights this weekend as of Saturday evening. And you're now taking a live look at our flight tracker. The data shows the total number of flights scheduled to arrive and depart from each airport that have been delayed or canceled. At Reagan National, there have been a total of 302 delays and 101 cancellations. Dulles has seen 169 delays and 47 cancellations. And over at BWI, they've seen 22 delays and 33 cancellations. DC National Guard will be deployed to the nation's capital through February. That's according to formal orders reviewed by the Associated Press. It is in response to the emergency declared in August by what President Trump called, quote, crime-fighting mission. It has also included the takeover of the DC Police Department for 30 days. Roughly 2,300 National Guard troops from D.C. and 8 states remain in the district, 950 of them from right here in the district. Some states say they plan to withdraw by the end of this month. Meanwhile, more National Guardsmen from Arkansas are heading to the district. The state's governor is sending 100 soldiers to support the D.C. National Guard. And one of the hardest hit communities in Maryland during this shutdown is Prince George's County. It has 40,000 federal workers going without paychecks and nearly as many families who rely on SNAP benefits facing tough times. County leaders, seeing the struggles, have now opened 2 new food pantries. DC News Now's Tim Reed takes us inside the new facilities.
Prince George's County leaders say they're doing all they can to make sure residents have enough food to feed their families. I spoke to one federal worker who lost her job, who says she's grateful there are pantries where she can go get food. Workers are preparing hundreds of food bags to help families put food on the table
during the federal government shutdown.
I think it's so important. I think it offers a glimmer of hope. These are some difficult times that we're all in, and I think we're just trying to figure it out together. And our way of elevating and figuring it out here in Prince George's County is to stand these pantries up to make sure that when people come in, they leave with something.
2 new food pantry locations open Monday, one in Hyattsville and another in Temple Hills, and the current facility is in Landover.
We got lots of fresh food, fruits, vegetables, we have chicken, and we have lots of nutritional items to be able to feed our families here in Prince George's County.
Many were taking advantage of the new food pantries, including Adrienne Birch. She was a government worker who was laid off and is planning to visit the pantries to make sure her family has enough to eat.
I'm going to take advantage of that as well. I will go and visit the food pantries, make sure that we're stocked up, not waiting to the last minute.
We were so honored to receive a huge donation of 12,000 pounds of food on Monday from So What Else and MMB Delivery, and we were excited to be able to share that with our community.
Officials say they plan to serve meals to more than 600 residents per day at all 3 pantries. In Prince George's County, Tim Reed, DC News Now.
And we will continue to bring you the latest developments from Capitol Hill regarding the shutdown on both on air and online at dcnewsnow.com. Veterans Day is this Tuesday, but today the district held the National's Veterans Day Parade to honor and celebrate the bravery, dedication, and service of our nation's veterans. The ceremony started around 11 this morning at the National Archives and marched to the White House. This is the district's 3rd year holding the National Parade. Attendees got to experience country music star, Scotty Hastings led the parade and performed a special musical tribute for all of the veterans. Roads that may have been impacted by the parade are now open again. Metro is rolling out a patriotic tribute for Veterans Day and wrapping some buses and trains in red, white, and blue. It's to honor our veterans, including the quarter of WMATA's workforce who are service members. The designs will stay through the end of November. And keeping the Veterans Day appreciations going, Mr. Wash Car Wash is honoring vets with a special thank you tomorrow and Tuesday, which of course is Veterans Day. Vets, active duty military, and military spouses can receive a free car wash at any of Mr. Wash's 11 locations across the DMV. No ID is required. Just let the attendant know you're there for the Veterans Day free car wash. Coming up next on DC News Now, as many families feel a financial pinch, the shutdown could soon impact food prices. We are helping you stretch your dollar with the grocery stores that can save you the most. Plus, a new play is heading to Frederick, Maryland. Those details coming up. And the time is now 6:12. You're taking a live look towards Northwest Stadium. Scott Sumner will have a full forecast coming up next.